So we have our second interview on stewardship, and I'm sitting here with Steve and Leslie Guico, who have had a little bit of time to make up their answers, and I'm looking forward to talking to them a little bit about what stewardship means to them. Leslie and Steve have been generous supporters of our church for a significant period of time, and not only that, but involved in a whole bunch of things. Teaching Sunday school, working with visitation, and Steve chaired stewardship a few years ago, so a whole bunch of different things. So what's one word that you would use to describe our church?
I just want to joke and say strategery, but that's not true. It's open. Like, that's the biggest one.
Open. Yeah,
if you want to talk about a word, open.
I would say community.
Okay, those are good.
So I say community.
That's wise. That's wise. Okay, and what does that mean to you?
Well, so for me, it means a sense of belonging. It's easy to be here. It's kind of feeling understood, comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, it's if you've been here the first time or the 1000th time. That's when you kind of boil it down. That's really like that whole feeling that you know, it's a welcome. It's open. It's, you know, your family, community.
So how did you when you came to Rhode Island, you chose a church, and obviously you chose to be here, only we weren't here, we were there. Were we here or there?
No, we're here.
We were here. Okay.
We were here.
And so how did you make that decision?
That hill right there. That was the start of it. That was the start of that hill right there. So we had gone to a couple other churches that just didn't kind of fit.
Yeah.
So I was in the middle of training for a run, and I would go out and run, but I would come up the hill. Well, that's a steep hill, and if you've gone for a few miles,
Yeah.
I want to walk. So what I would do is, as I was walking, I kind of watched the church being built.
Oh, okay.
And so that's what we were kind of going through and looking at different churches, and we had an idea for denominations, and I'm like, I run by this one all the time. Let's go take a look.
Okay. All right, so you guys have given generously to the church for an extended period of time, and you've also been involved in a bunch of stuff. But looking first at the financial piece, what can you say about how you make that decision, how you make the decision about what you're going to give?
It is not super scientific. We just try to do a little bit more every year. So we're not really concerned about percentages. In fact, our percentages have gone up and down different years. But the dollar figure goes consistently up. And that's what we're trying to do. That's our goal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So are those decisions difficult for you guys? I mean, do you?
No, I mean, there was a couple times, just life situations like changing jobs.
Oh, yeah.
On there, kind of. I mean, and one of them happened to be right around that stewardship time frame. But I mean, it just depends on more the size of what the increase is rather than the.
Okay. Yeah. So, and from your perspective, what's the best thing about supporting the church?
Well, there's a couple different things. I like that we're a part of something that's bigger. It feels like we're able to have a bigger impact because of all the different things the church is involved with. But also on a personal level, for me, it's kind of built-in accountability. So I cannot quote you the scripture, but I think there's something in Matthew. I think that's where it is, but it talks about where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And that rings true for me. And so it keeps me to keep increasing our giving, keeps increasing our commitment. And I like that personally.
Did she get the book right?
Okay, it's in Luke for sure. It's
in
Luke
Luke.
12. I think it might be Luke 12:34, but
New Testament.
There we go.
All right, but they're right near each other. It's similar sentiments. Yeah. Okay, so now looking at the other ways in which you're involved, which are a lot with your time and talents. What's the most challenging thing you've done?
Does this moment right now count?
Talking about this stuff on there?
Talking
Okay.
about stuff that we do is really hard for me.
Okay.
I like to sort of quietly do it.
Yeah, the doing part is always the easy part. It's having to talk about the doing part.
Okay. And is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I was going to use the cat and dog thing that I learned from a very special, wise person a few years ago, but I won't do that because that's.
Did you learn that from Bill?
Bill was the one that did that. Yeah.
He did the cat and dog.
I was like, how
he was
can I-
trying to explain it to me on the way here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to fit that in there somehow.
Yeah, about the
There's cat people and there's dog people.
right, and the dog people always feel guilty. The cat people never feel guilty.
Yep.
Right. So if you talk about money, the dog people are always like, I ought to do better. I ought to, and the
Right.
cat people are like, I'm good.
Yeah. See.
Okay. Thank you.
Fit that in there. There you
Thank
go.
you. You guys have been awesome.